Sri Lanka entered the COVID-19 crisis with high informality in the labour market and inequities in access to health and education. Well over a third of Sri Lankan workers are in high-risk industries which are more susceptible to economic risk from the crisis, such as accommodation and food services. Not surprisingly then, Sri Lanka has seen reduced employment levels, with workers shifting to more vulnerable employment types, such as self-employment, since the onset of the pandemic. Youth were affected more severely by the slowdown. Unemployment grew by 4.5% for 15 to 24-year-olds and by 2% for 24 to 29-year-olds. Moreover, existing gender inequalities have made women more vulnerable to the economic impacts of COVID-19. Loss of employment has impacted women more, accompanied by a sharp rise in economically inactive women, further worsening Sri Lanka's already low female labour force participation rate. Migrant workers have also been impacted, adding to the labour market disruptions. Waves of returnees prompted by exposure to the virus and income loss face further hardships from social exclusion and reintegration challenges. While COVID-19's impact on remittance flows has remained positive for Sri Lanka, it is still too early to determine whether those effects are merely temporary. For better preparedness in the future, public spending on education and health has to be maintained at a higher level. COVID-19 has highlighted the potential for an education equity crisis. Inequities in accessing digital learning and difficulties in adapting to the new learning environment are widespread. Public spending as an investment in education to mitigate the detrimental impacts is essential. With 75% of COVID-19 related deaths in Sri Lanka linked to those suffering from non-communicable diseases, the importance of robust health systems to deal with multiple challenges simultaneously is clear. The pandemic also highlights the need for regulatory oversight on traditional healthcare therapies to ensure patient safety. As COVID-19 demonstrated, they have an important role subject to proper clinical trials, data and other protocols. For detailed insights, read IPS's Sri Lanka State of the Economy 2021 report. Focused on the theme of pandemics and policy, protecting health and promoting economic recovery, the report examines some of the key socio-economic issues and policy choices facing Sri Lanka today.